So, Reading have one of the toughest away games coming up this weekend. But could Reading come away with more than nothing? Find out as we go ahead and preview Reading versus West Brom. Hi guys, and welcome back to another video here on Reading FC Away Days. And today we're going to be going ahead and previewing the West Brom game coming up this Saturday. Now, unfortunately, I won't be at the game myself as I've got work commitments, but we will be going ahead and doing a match review when it comes to the game. Now, before I go ahead and talk about the game, talk about the team sheets, talk about my predictions, just things like that, I want to go ahead and ask you guys to put a comment prediction down below. If you're a Reading fan, if you're a West Brom fan, go ahead and put a comment down below. I want to find out what you guys think the score will be, as it's going to be a pretty interesting fixture to say the least. Coming into this game, Reading have won 3 of their last 5 away games, and it's safe to say that our away form is probably better than our home form. Looking at it, we've lost 4 on the trot at home, and with, like I said, 3 out of 5 away wins is pretty good considering where we are in the table. Now, taking away that 6-point deduction, we'd be in a much healthier position. But going into this one, we really do kind of need to come away with something. We're currently 5 points ahead of the team that are sat in 21st, who I believe in 22nd, who I believe is Peterborough. But going into this game, it's going to be more than difficult to come away with something. West Brom are currently 3rd in the league table right now. And it's safe to say Reading will probably want to probably come away with not a humiliating defeat. Now, looking at the teams going into this game, I had a look from the West Brom side of things. And looking at Birmingham Live, they've said that the main kind of selection issue that West Brom will have coming into this game is who is going to play in the centre of midfield. Now, they've said that Alex Mowatt is more than likely a shoo-in to start, but it just depends who's going to be his midfield partner. Now, looking at it, it looks like a young midfielder is coming through the ranks at the moment at West Brom, Taylor Gardner-Hickman, who has played 3 games so far this season, and according to Birmingham Live, has played very well. Also, though, West Brom have got a couple of players coming back from suspension in terms of their centre of midfield. Now, looking at it, it looks like Jake Livermore is going to potentially be back in the side. He had a 3-game suspension after a red card against Huddersfield. And also, Malumbi could be coming back into the team. Is someone who supposedly West Brom fans wanted to partner Mowatt in the centre of midfield. And he got himself a 2nd yellow card and got himself sent off against Notts Forest. So we'll see if he ends up playing alongside Mowatt as well, or whether the skipper in Jake Livermore will be the one to partner Alex Mowatt. Looking at the team lineup though, who they're predicted to start. This is their predicted lineup from Birmingham Live anyway, like I've quoted for quite a lot. It looks like Sam Johnson's going to be in goal. They're going to go for a back 4 of Furlong, Kipre, Bartley and Clark, with Townsend as well, because they like to play a back 5. My apologies. So it'll be Furlong playing right wing back, Kipre, Bartley and Clark in the centre back positions, with Connor Townsend, I think it is, playing left wing back. They'll then have Livermore, Mowatt and Diangana in the midfield positions, with Carlin Grant partnering Callum Robinson up front. Now, that front 3 is the one that I am most worried about going into this game. I think Reading have the ability to get a goal past West Brom. It just depends whether or not they can keep them out. Diangana's a quality player. Last couple of years ago when he was in the Championship was absolutely outstanding. West Ham let him go. West Ham were unhappy to let him go. He had a poor season in the Premier League last year, but look, haven't really followed West Brom too much this year, but I know that on his day, Diangana can be a great player. Carlin Grant as well is another great finisher, someone who I think is a quality striker, and the same with Callum Robinson. Callum Robinson's another great striker as well. They've also got Jordan Hugill to bring off the bench, which is, again, much better options compared to what we've got. And I think it's safe to say it's going to be a more difficult game for Reading. Looking though at Reading's lineup and who potentially could be coming in or out of the side, Veljko Paunovic spoke today and said that Liam Moore and Ovie Ejaria are both back in training. He's also said that Yiadom is in contention to start, which I am a lot more happy about, considering Yiadom went off on Saturday. The fact he's back in contention already to start is a good thing. So for me personally, my lineup, what I would like to see is I'd like to see Luke Southwood in goal. I'd like to see a back four consisting of Andy Yiadom, Baba Rahman playing in the two wing-back positions, and then I'd like Tom Holmes and Scott Dan to play in the centre-back positions. Going into the midfield, I would like to see the partnership of Josh Lauren and Danny Drinkwater continuing in the centre of midfield. Going further forward on the wings, I think we'd see Alan Halilovic and Tom Deli Bashiru playing on the wings, with John Swift sitting just behind the striker, who will be Andy Carroll. Obviously, we got the likes of George Puskas to come off the bench. Dejan Tetek is someone that's recently returned. Obviously, we've got the likes of potentially Liam Moore and Ovia Jaria being back in the squad as well, considering they have recently come back to training. But that's the starting 11 I personally would like to see Paunovic go with. It's unchanged from the lineup against Hull. And in my opinion, the lineup against Hull was the correct lineup. And we were really unlucky not to get something out of that game. Femi Aziz is also doubtful. I think the man's bones are made of glass. I hope he can prove me wrong. I hope he can have a second half of the season where he's not injured. But he really hasn't had a good first half. Started off really well, scoring 2 goals. And then all of a sudden he's out for so long. Let's just hope Femi Aziz is able to come back. And hopefully what we heard where he's doubtful for this weekend's fixture is wrong, and we can see him make an appearance on the bench as well. Now, going into the prediction for this game, West Brom themselves have recently picked up their first win in 5 matches. They went ahead and they beat Coventry in their last game. Before that, being not winning any games of their last 4, drawing at home to Notts Forest, drawing as well away to Blackpool before getting beat 1-0 by Huddersfield and drawing against West Brom. Now, in that time, in them 4 games before that, they only scored 1 goal. Now, hopefully that's something Reading can take advantage, but knowing the leaky defence that we can tend to have when we have certain characters playing, it potentially might not be the case. But I'm hoping that them players don't play, and I'm hoping that we're able to see a more solid lineup. Luke Southwood's going to want to make amends for his mistake last Saturday, where it cost us 2 points really at the end of the day. Also, West Brom have probably found their form again, winning against away at Coventry, so it's going to be really important to nullify the threat that they have. Something important for Reading is that we don't pass it around the back, and that we really do go route 1. It sounds really un-Paunovic and un-Reading way, but I think we need to go route 1 for this game. Andy Carroll up top is going to need to be winning them balls in the air, because West Brom like to play a pressing game. It's something that has been a consistent with their manager, looking at the Barnsley team last season and the year before, and looking at the way West Brom play this season. I feel like a lot of teams have figured them out, and I think it could be important for Reading that they potentially also have found that way to figure them out. Now, going into this game, personally, I think it's going to be I can see 2-1 to West Brom. I can see Reading getting a goal, but I'm going to go with a 2-1 West Brom win. For us, I can see being one of the midfield players that we have. The creativity that we got in midfield is great, and I feel like one of the players in midfield is going to end up scoring the goal for us, but I can see West Brom scoring 2, and I can see them getting the win. I hope Reading prove me wrong, but I don't see us winning this game personally. So tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, who you think is going to win this game, and tell me what your score prediction will be, and just give me your just what you think is going to happen in the game. That's going to be it though for this video, guys. Hopefully you've all enjoyed it. I've been James, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.